Hey folks, it's Lindsey Host with SPS back in the building at Livonia Franklin for the Friday Night Lights, a great competition, schools from all over the area. But I'm here with the SPS team of the week, the Romulus Eagles. I'm here with head coach Wade Cook. Been the head coach here for 28 years, coaching for 38 years. Look like he must have started coaching at age 2. Young man out here, coach. I appreciate the few minutes we have, but talk about what's important about an event like this starting the season off.
Well, it's very important. You get a chance to get out and see what they got. Unfortunately, the weather is not exactly what we wanted, but everybody else got to run into it, running. So, we're here to participate and kind of put our team together because we've got 3 weeks to get ready for the regionals. And it's most important to see how strong they are mentally, physically, and psychologically. So we just come to compete and do the best that we can today. We are not trying to PR, but we're just trying to get through this meet healthy and see where we need to go from here.
Yeah, you talk about the conditions. What a way to kind of get you motivated. I mean, it's wet, it's cold, and all those things. I'll talk to you about the mental health focus that we have right now. The Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network has been partnering with our organization, SPS. From what you've seen in your 30-plus years of coaching, talk about that arc in mental health from early on in your coaching career to what you're seeing right now, and just your opinion of that.
Well, I think it has changed. The mental health is very important right now. A lot of student athletes that right now, especially after the pandemic, it really has put a damper on a lot of student athletes. So you do a lot more counseling, a lot of more one-on-ones, and a lot of more engagement with them because there's some deeper things that's going on that you may not know of. So, back in the day when I was coming up, probably when you were coming up, kids got out there and coaches, you just had things and you thought everything was okay. But now you really, really have to pay attention to the way they move, the way they act, the way they respond. So the mental health is very important. That's something that, we really have to pay attention to.
Yeah, you're right. When so many coaches now who've had as much experience you have are kind of wrapping it up, and with these mental health issues post-pandemic, what keeps you in the game? What keeps you still connected to what's going on out here with these young people?
Compassion for these kids. I believe that all these kids need somebody, and why not? I'm here to do it as long as I can, while I can, when I can. So I'm here until the good Lord says it's over. So just the commitment and compassion to be around these kids and try to give back, continue to give back.
Yeah, I can appreciate that, and not gonna keep you too much longer. They're gonna be starting soon. But I've been in the schools, and I know how difficult it can be when you have to verbally and sometimes physically wrestle with the kids. What advice do you have for coaches who are contemplating whether they want to stay in, or coaches who may even be thinking about getting in? When you talk about dealing with a unique, experience with these kids right now during this generation of athletes.
Well, I have one big characteristic: listen, pay attention and listen. They got.
I mean, I can't just talk and go on and tell you what I used to do and what I know.
We got to be quiet and just listen sometimes because they got a lot more to say. Even when they're quiet and not saying nothing, you just have to really put your antennas up and pay attention and lend an ear. I think we quick to judge and not know what's going on inside their minds, even at home. They're dealing with a lot of stress. That like I said, based on the pandemic and being locked up for 2 years, not being able to socialize the way they want to. This social media has just drove them crazy. So I would say pay attention to detail and lend the ear and just listen. Just be quiet and just just kind of listen and let them unload.
Coach, that's some great advice. Before I let you go, I got to give a shout out to one of your staff members, Coach Marcus Davis, a really good friend of mine. He's been supporting SPS for a long time. Talk about him, talk about your coaches, and all the other people who've been supporting you before we let you get out of here.
Well, yeah, we got a good coaching staff at Romulus. We're in transition with a couple things with administration, and that's taking place, and we're doing some great things, and we're trying to make sure that we're on the right track and moving in the right direction.
I get it. Coach, I appreciate you. Any last shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to the coaching staff. Keep doing what you're doing. Listen, let's continue to do the good work.
Okay, appreciate you and everything you're doing. Okay?
Appreciate it.